I've gotten a lot of reports from test takers who got their June LSAT scores back today and were surprised to have dropped 10, even 20 points from their practice tests, even though they felt like the test itself went fine. Today, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on these reports and what may have actually occurred. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my LSAT score from a 152 to a 175 on LSAT test day. And one thing I've noticed over the years is that after every LSAT score release, there are always a lot of test takers who feel like something wasn't right, like LSAC screwed up, like their test results are a lot lower than they should have been. But you've got to consider there is a selection bias in those who post on forums like Reddit and Facebook. Currently, of course, there are a lot of additional conspiracy theories going around because of LSAC having removed the logic game section. Some people are saying LSAC made the June LSAT harder to balance it out with those taking the August LSAT without logic games, which will be harder as well. Of course, there's been a lot of LSAT score inflation over the past few years in addition, due to the temporary LSAT flex format, which was easier than LSAC expected. And there's been a significant increase in LSAC granting extra time accommodations. All of this combined to lead to rising LSAT score medians and percentile changes. So for example, all of the T14 now have score medians of 170 or above on the LSAT. It used to be that getting a 173 LSAT score put you in the 99th percentile. Now you've got to get a 175 to score in the 99th percentile. So LSAC could be making the so-called curve harder to account for this. Of course, if this is the case, if LSAC is punishing June LSAT test takers just as they may have similarly punished April LSAT test takers, it doesn't seem quite fair to me that they'd be making such a radical change over such a short period. If they are reducing LSAT score inflation, they should instead do it more gradually. But bottom line, of course, it is what it is. If you're taking the LSAT in August or beyond, you've got to focus on drilling those hard LSAT questions so that you'll be ready for anything. At LSAT Unplugged, we help students out by creating personalized day-by-day study plans to help you drill the areas that need the most work. Because if you want to get a different result next time, if you are retaking the LSAT, you've got to prep differently. If there's an LSAT prep resource you were considering but didn't pursue it before, now is the time. If you prepped before only with books or only with videos, now you might want to consider prepping with live online classes or private one-on-one LSAT coaching. The best way to prep, of course, especially if you're on a shorter timeline for the August LSAT, is going to be private one-on-one LSAT coaching, personalized to exactly what you need on your schedule. You can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And I know a lot of students out there are considering an LSAT score audit for $150 for LSAC to double check your scores. You should know if the score audit comes back higher or lower, that new LSAT score is going to stand and you can't audit your scores a second time. Now that the LSAT is online, you are highly unlikely to get any sort of change in your LSAT score as a result of an audit, since of course, this is now a computerized test. It's not as if you might have misbubbled the LSAT like you could have on the paper LSAT in the past. If your LSAT score didn't turn out how you wanted it to be on the June LSAT, the best path forward is likely just to study harder for a retake in August or September. August LSAT scores come back August 28th, and you can still apply to law school the very second applications open in September. Most law school apps open in September 1st or September 15th, and you can apply at the beginning of the cycle when your odds of getting in are the highest and there's the most scholarship money available. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.